Hello everybody and welcome to our live studio show here on MXGPTV.com with me, Paul Malin, and Lisa Leyland. It's round 5 of the FIM Motocross World Championship. We are in Pietramarata for the MXGP of Trentino. And on today's studio show, we have Kay Karssemakers coming in, Kai de Wolf coming in, and Davide De Kylie, but I think this weekend we're going to call him Davide De Kylie because he'd be the odd one out otherwise, Kai, and Kai. But before we meet all of our guests, let's check in with Lisa Leyland. Lisa, here we are. We've gone from the beach to the mountains, and what a spectacular location this is here in Trentino.
We've been here so many times before, Paul, but every time you get here, you just can't believe the scenery. And the fans already, just with the free practice earlier, the atmosphere is building so much already. I can't imagine what it's going to be like a bit later on.
Yeah, when the MX2 and MXGP guys went out, and no, it was very, very loud.
Very loud, but good. We like that. We like loud.
Absolutely.
But,
well, should we get on with the show? Because we've got a very loud guest about to join us now. Kay Karssemakers, Dixon Racing Team Kawasaki. First time on the studio show for him. And, yeah, here he is, getting ready to put his headset on. I know you need an A level. There we go. And anyway, Kai, good to see you. How are you, first of all?
Yeah, I'm good.
Wrestling with that cable snake, and you in?
Yeah, I'm in. So.
Perfect, perfect. You know what? On Tuesday, when I was doing all of the guests for the studio show, I watched the 2015 FIM Junior World Championship. You were 65cc Junior World Champion.
Yeah.
I know it's a while ago now. You went 1-1. What do you remember about that day, first of all? Was it a big moment for you?
Yeah, sure. It was really big. I know it was really warm there, so that's what I remember. Yeah, was really nice to get a win there and to become a Junior World Champion. So no, it was really nice.
Yeah, you look like you had a lot of fun getting some airtime on that little 65.
Yeah, I know that jump still. Yeah.
Nice.
The last few years, we've seen you switch sort of like, you know, up and down, sometimes MX2, MX250. A couple of years ago when you were there last, you finished second in the championship, 8 or 9 podiums, finished second to Bonacorsi.
Yeah.
Did you find that when you went back there that year, that was a good stepping stone for you, just a nice confidence boost just to get you ready again for 2025?
Yeah, sure. Like to get so many podiums in a row and to be that consistent and to work with a team I really know already before I go there was really nice. So no, for me that season was also a really nice season. We had a lot of fun together, and so yeah, I think that worked also really well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's your second year with the Dixon Racing Team Kawasaki. And in fact, they rescued you, didn't they, last year when your original deal came through? But so far, so good.
No, really thankful that they took me like halfway last year because, yeah, my team fell already down before the first race of the season. So I had no team then. And yeah, we went with a private sponsor, Apex Logistics. And then I got a call from Steve if I was willing to do one British race. So I went there and did it. And from then on, I stayed with him. And yeah, I'm really happy that I'm still there.
Yeah, amazing. Well, you're currently 10th in the MX2 standings, and they do say every year is a learning year. What do you think, Kai, that you've learned last year, 2025, that you can benefit from this year?
Well, the main thing I think is never give up. I never gave up last year also. Like, I did so many things on my own, washing the bikes and pick stuff up, and I think the main thing is to never give up. So yeah, that's the main thing in my head, yeah.
Yeah.
We've had 4 rounds to this point. Overall, in general, are you happy with the way that the riding has gone, or do you think that you've got more to give? And if so, where does that kind of more to give come from?
I think the starts. I really want to be up there with the stars. I'm every time a little bit behind in the start, so I have to work really hard the first 2 laps. Normally I come good through the first 2 laps, so no, but if I can start in the top 8, it's more easy, and you're gonna learn every time a little bit longer to stay with them. So no, but yeah, that's the main thing.
Yeah.
Well, last week, Kai, in Sardinia, you just found another gear. Good qualifying race, great first race there. Did you like mixing it up at the sharp end with the factory teams? Was that a nice feeling for you?
Yeah, for sure. It was really nice. I really like to be up front, and it's so much nicer when you're up there and you see, when you look the races back, you see I'm getting filmed, so that's also nice. So yeah, you know.
Great for the sponsors.
Yeah, great for the sponsors. Great for me as well. So no, I'm really hungry to be up front like every race.
Yes.
That's the main thing.
It's a good confidence boost as well, isn't it?
Yeah, really good confidence boost, yeah.
Julius Mikela, he had a great weekend last weekend as well, and he said just being up at the sharp end with those guys, he learned so much about the speed, about the pace up there. Do you find that was the case as well for you?
Yeah, for sure. The intensity is really high. Like the beginning, they come from everywhere. So in qualifying and first mode, I could really work with that. But in second moto, the first 10 minutes, I was not in it. So no, I think I really learned from it, and then so I learned a lot from it.
And obviously, it's not easy just to flick a switch and go from where your pace is at the moment to sort of that kind of intensity. As you said, you get it a little bit from just being in that train at the front with the quick guys. How do you think you can work on that over the next month? Because after this race, we have 1 month free before we go to France in La Capelle, Marival. Will you do more sprint training, like short bursts, 1 lap dash, 2 lap dash, these kind of things? Is that how you think you can maybe get that gap a little bit closer?
Well, I did the last week. I did some more sprints than normal, so we will see this weekend if it works. But no, overall I'm working on all the things. So no, I think it will be good. And
Cool. Last weekend, 7th overall. What is the goal between now and the rest of the season and now? Because obviously this is round 5. Do you see yourself finishing regularly inside the top 10? Is that what you'd like to achieve? Do you think you are close enough to maybe even get a top 5 overall?
Yeah. No, the goal is for sure to be every round in the top 10 and even to go in the top 8. And then the main goals are to go into the top 5 and get a top 5 overall finish, and then hopefully I can get a podium this season. That's the main goal and the main thing in my head I want to achieve this year. So that's where I'm working really hard for.
Before we let you go, I noticed actually in the result standings, I think I mentioned it in live commentary last week, you, Kaz, Jens, seem to be sort of like all together in the championship, and then in the race most times, you're pretty much there together. How is the rivalry between all of you? Do you find that, the 3 guys, obviously you want to be the best Dutch guy at least,
You're always saying it.
Yeah, but does that give you the extra as well, just to sort of be ahead of that group?
Yeah, for sure. It's always nice to be the first Dutch rider. So, when I see him, I always kind of fight a little bit harder,
Do you do that thumbs up as well?
Yeah.
Just behind you.
Yeah. No, not that one. No, I'm all good with them, but yeah, for sure you want to be always the best one.
Yeah, and real quick, how was the track today? You've had your free practice. Looks a little bit dry at the moment.
Yeah, it's still quite dry. It's not too many lines yet. It's underneath, it's still really hard. They said before, they put some sand on it, but it's still really hard underneath, so yeah.
Cool. Well, look, Kay Karssemakers, thanks for dropping by this weekend. All the best for this weekend and, of course, the rest of the season.
Thank you.
And, keep that trajectory going, and, hopefully we'll see you more and more inside the top 10.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks, Kay.
Before we meet our next guest then, thanks to Kay Karssemakers. Kai de Wolf is about to join us now. But let's check in with Behind the Gate, Episode 4, Derailed. Here's some action, MX2 action from Switzerland a couple of weeks ago. Enjoy. And then he looks across and sees Everts there. Everts is going to take the lead by the time we get to the finish line jump, and Perez should come straight back. But it's Perez who leads. Oh, that looks like it's taken a hit as well, that motorcycle. So McClellan out. Absolute nightmare here for the championship leader. Slow to his feet. And he's put himself in a good position here to muscle his way. Oh, and he folds the front. How does he bounce back from that? Sasha Coonan, the rubber man, just hanging off that motorcycle like a piece of wet washing. Shabba. Gets Sasha Coonan quick to get on the rear wheel of Langenfelder, who brake checks, slows it down. Coonan fell for the oldest trick in the book, came in too hot, gives him a love tap, goes down out of fifth. from Sasha Coonan. Tell you what, he nearly soiled his pants there. He looked up and saw Mikkola. Wasn't sure if he was going to make it work, but he made it work. Langenfelder now third. Everett's working hard to get back on terms. Perez wins the race. Everett's second, the gap 0.3 of a second.
Della KTM Norman Racing, vedremo Junior Team, naturalmente vedremo se troverà un ultimo tentativo di attacco alla colpistica.
Hello everybody, welcome back to part 2 of our live studio show here on MXGPTV.com with me, Paul Malin, and Lisa Leyland. Our second guest joins us now. Kai de Wolf, Nistan Husqvarna Factory Racing, MXGP rider now. Before we talk about that, where are you living? Did you get the house finished, or are you still living in the pool house at the moment?
No, we're still living in the pool house, and it's actually pretty good. So, no, I'm happy with it, and it's a nice place to live.
2026, new year, same team, new bike, 450, as I said, in with the big boys. What... before the start of the season, what were your kind of, I don't know, main sort of things that you wanted to experience from being an MXGP rider, you know, sort of being new to the class and all the rest of it? What were you looking forward to the most?
Just learning to be up the sharp end with those guys. It's amazing. They're so fast and they have so much experience. So it's really cool to be up on the sharp end with them and to battle every weekend with them. And you learn a lot from it, definitely.
Yeah.
It hasn't gone to plan the start of the season. It has been very tough for you. You missed Argentina because of the pre-season injury. How's the thumb now?
The thumb is getting a lot better, but I'm still struggling with it, so I can't wait for the 4-week break now to even heal it more. Because I was actually only planning to come back for Sardinia, but I just wanted to start racing already in Spain. So we came back a little bit early, but I've still had a lot of pain in the last few rounds. So yeah, I'm happy I got on the box last week, but I think there was more in there.
Yeah, I guess people don't realise, Kai, just how important the thumb is to riding a dirt bike 100%. If there's like a weak point, it does affect everything, doesn't it?
Yeah, I've had a lot of problems with my ankle, of course, and now with my thumb, but I think my thumb is worse because you're just holding on to it the whole time, and it's pretty difficult, but I've learned how to ride with it now, and yeah, I kind of got away with it.
Yeah.
Is it opposite thumb and ankle? So like left ankle, right thumb, so you're kind of perfectly balanced now?
Now always it's the left ankle, and then it goes to the right ankle as well, and now it's the left thumb, and the right thumb is also not good. So yeah, I'm struggling a lot.
Ah, you'll get over it. You'll get over it. Next 4 weeks. Despite being thrown in at the deep end in Andalusia, because obviously, as you said, it was your first race back, were you generally quite pleased with your performance? And what did you think to the track there? Because some said it was, you know, sand, but some, you know, the Dutch guys said maybe not real sand. It had a hard edge to it, and then it was deep in other places. But generally, did you enjoy it? Was it not a bad track to ride?
I would have said if I would have been fit, I would have enjoyed it a lot, but I didn't enjoy it this time. After 5 laps, I was cooked, so I really struggled the whole weekend kind of with my pace and just trying to pace it out because, yeah, I wasn't fit enough race ready yet, and I just came in, only done 2 bike trainings in 6 weeks or 5 weeks, so I just came in really unprepared, but I did everything I could, and I would say if I would have been fit, it would have been a really good track for me.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you were 4th overall in Switzerland on your second race back. But you did make up for that missed podium in Sardinia last weekend, like you mentioned, your first MXGP podium. How did that compare to your first MX2 podium?
I can't remember where my first MX2 podium was, actually.
Lommel, maybe?
It's been a while. No, it wasn't.
Oh, no, it was Holland. Os, yeah.
Os. It was my home GP. So, yeah, that was actually even more wild, let's say.
Right,
and
yeah.
I think also more unexpected because this goal we kind of set as soon as we were having injury. We were like, okay, we want to try and be back for Sardinia and try and put a decent result in. And I was like, yeah, but could I maybe put it on the box? And yeah, that's what we done.
You had to work hard for it there in that second race. When I watched the replay back, you were buried like 25th coming out of the first turn, maybe even further back?
I was that last.
Really?
Balls got pushed wide in the second turn. So he went from that inside hump, he got pushed wide, and he landed on top of me. So we went down in the second turn. So I
that
came
was the
from
second
that
one,
last.
yeah. So I'm just talking through here, and then obviously by the time that happened then, we were already following the action through here, and yeah.
If you watch it carefully, you can see Paul's kind of crash, and I'm with him. So yeah, I had to come from that last and came back to third in that moto. It was a big push.
Crucial pass this one here on Roman. That was for the podium. You tied the podium. Like you say, big push. You never gave in, and that was great to see.
Yeah, it was hard. It was one of the toughest motos I've rode, I think, because yeah, in this class to come back through the field, passing all the guys was not easy. So I'm happy with my performance in that second moto. I wish I could have just done a little bit better with the starts, but we've been working on it, so let's see if we can get some better starts.
Obviously, Lisa mentioned the podium a moment ago, but this one here, why the emotion afterwards? Was it because it was your first MXGP podium, or was it just because of the journey that you've had in the last 6 weeks to get there to that point and the race that you just had? Because there was a lot going on here in this moment.
Yeah, I think that moment explains it all. I was just fried from it, and I just had it took so much energy also coming from last, and then also all the pain I've had in the last few weeks recovering. Just everything together was a tough one, but we got through it, and it only made me stronger. So let's see.
You rode like the bolos.
That's it. Bolos.
Private joke?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kai, now that you've got that podium.
Can you say it?
What was?
Bolos.
B-O-L-O-S.
What?
Bolos.
Bolos?
It's a New Zealand thing.
I don't know. Bolos? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll leave it with you two. Now that you've got that podium, do you feel perhaps a little bit less anxious now, Kai? Because as an MX2 World Champion, you want to come into this class, I guess you want to be on the same level as Lucas, Jeffrey, Roman immediately, don't you?
Yeah, of course, but I think every weekend is just going to be a learning process. Now we're back on the hardback. I still have to learn some things on this, and just general things. I've also even felt in the sand I still need to learn a lot with like the bike setup, which is really important on the 450. So I just need to learn all over the place, and yeah, we're doing that.
Okay.
It's good weekend last weekend, wasn't it? Liam got on the podium again. Is your relationship now as teammates kind of, I mean, how was it when you were both in MX2, obviously wanting to beat each other, and how is it now that you're in opposite classes? Are you working more together now to get the best for the team? And, you know, that was a big weekend in general, both riders on the podium last weekend.
No, we had a little bit of a different program all winter.
Okay.
Liam had to work more on the sprints. I have to work on my long motos, let's say, which paid off in Sardinia. So, yeah, we kind of split up the program a little bit, and then I got injured. Then he's a little bit feeling second-handed right now, so yeah, we're not really training at the moment together, and yeah, but normally we're really good together. We spend a lot of time together at the team and at training with Ruben, so no, it's been good.
Yeah.
You mentioned we've got a month now to get yourself fully healed. Will you take any time off after this weekend, like maybe a week just for treatment that you're not used to getting, or not, or you just try and ride around it?
I think I will not take like a full week off. I might just take 1 or 2 days off here and there, but I just maybe want to go to Salt Lake City for the Supercross, or I want to go to Le Mans for the MotoGP. So I'm a little bit, I don't know what I want to do yet.
Sounds like you're going to be busy. How was the track, real quick, practice?
Was good. Didn't put a good time in yet. I think I was P19 or something, but no, free practice. Just I need to put everything together, and didn't have a full lap yet, so let's see. Put a full lap together, and we will see where we end up.
Yep.
Cool. Well, look, Kai de Wolf, thanks for stopping by. Good to see you back on track.
Yeah.
And let's see where it goes from here on out for the rest of the season.
Thank you.
Good
Thanks,
job, mate.
Kai.
Our final guest is getting ready to join us now, Davide De Carle. But before we meet him, more action from Derailed, episode 4 of Behind the Gate. Enjoy. One rider in MXGP that might not be riding the full series, but his presence is definitely going to be felt. It's former MX2 Grand Prix winner Ben Watson, the Dirt Store Triumph Racing rider now, just focusing on the European-based rounds so far in 2026. And he's had a very varied career, fantastic MX2 career. Last year he was a beta factory rider, but now he's with Triumph. The bike looks like it suits him. He looks like he's enjoying riding the bike. And Ben Watson is going to be looking to try and put himself in the shop window as time moves on in 2026.
How do you think that last weekend? Obviously you rode mega in the first one, got took out by Jeffrey in the second one, but got to feel positive coming into Switzerland with your first race result.
No, I'm definitely positive. Not the best feeling in warm-up this weekend, but no, last weekend was good. Can't complain really. Just had like a good feeling from the get-go. Obviously it was sand. I didn't really know what to expect going there, but got there and it was sand, so I was quite pleased to see that. And then yeah, just got real technical, real bumpy. Also from Saturday to Sunday they left the track, so it was just like quite an unexpected, real difficult race, and I don't know.
Suited your style?
I just felt good, yeah.
So Dirt Store are a British company, just been developed over the last few years, and basically joined what was a youth racing team to then become Dirt Store Triumph Racing, led in the UK by former MX2 Grand Prix winner Tommy Searle, and now taking on Ben Watson to take on MXGP for the first time in 2026. They have a young EMX 250 rider as well, Billy Askew, so Dirt Store Triumph, a British team growing into the MXGP paddock, and it's great to see them with a strong British rider as well.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the final part of our studio show here on MXGPTV.com, MXGP of Trentino with me and Lisa. Our final guest joins us now, Red Bull KTM Factory Racing Team Manager, Davide Di Carli. Great to have you, and somebody told me earlier in the week it might be your birthday today, is that right?
Yeah.
29?
3.
Oh, okay, Max Verstappen.
Coming old.
You look good for it. And
you.
also somebody told me you like milk chocolate. Is that right?
Yeah.
Came prepared, David.
Thank you. Thank you. Nice present from
There
you.
you go. And you can share them amongst all the crew, and you might get one for yourself.
One of the best, this.
There you go.
I really like.
Also told me that you like those ones.
Yeah. Who tell you?
Mikkel.
Okay.
Happy birthday, mate.
Thank you.
Happy
No
birthday.
problem.
Thank you.
Right. The twins. So far, so good.
Yeah.
It's looking good. First and second in the World Championship. Obviously, different classes. A very productive off-season, it seems. What changed, or what have they improved on?
They improved in all they expect, you know. They went... Sorry. So they improve in all they expect, you know. We spent some times in our base in Rome. Then they flew to US. You know, we had the chance to train there together with the US team. That it was a nice moment to spend some times there and ride a little bit Supercross. I think that helps also on the preparation. I would never forget when we did with Prado. When he came back, he was well prepared.
Work with the intensity.
Yeah, with the intensity, and they switch also a lot of tracks. They ride Supercross, they ride national tracks, so a bit of everything, you know. And in this case, it will always help. Then we will have a bit more flexibility over the world, let's say. Back in the base, we make other adjustment on the bike. Especially with Sasha, we bring some good solution, and the bike right now looks really good for him.
More balanced.
Yeah, more balanced, more in place, and you know, Sasha is a small boy, so you really need the perfect bike for him. We did some International Italia race, like in Argero, and they won in both classes. So pretty good winter, pretty good preparation, and yeah, start of the season. Everybody see
where they are at.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, when Lucas moved to MXGP for 2025, everybody said maybe a big mistake, but he proved everybody wrong. Most race wins, GP wins, I think. He was second in the World Championship. And then when he finished second, they said coming into this year, maybe there's more expectation, more pressure. So far, he's proving them wrong again because, you know, he seems to be the guy setting the pace at the moment.
Yeah, I always believe in that. You know, I was always saying, and he could be a really good 450 rider. Already last year, everybody say, you are crazy what you are doing. But you know, last season already make a really nice race, a 6 GP win, second in the World Championship, fighting until last race with Romain. Was a really good year. He was a rookie on the class, 18 years old, so already last year he did something amazing.
Yeah.
Going to this year, it's better prepare in all the aspect. Bike, him, mentally, and he really is really motivated.
Yeah. Apart from Argentina race 2 and Switzerland race 1, he's won 5 races.
Actually 5 from the last 6. It's impressive.
He's won 5 races. And he just seems totally unstoppable at the moment. And it's that confidence level that is just kind of gone up a bit. And like you said, mentally, he's there, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it's there mentally, and he's really motivated. He really wants to win this year. I know it's not really easy because you have a lot of good contenders. You have many world titles on the tracks, but when you see a race like this, it's amazing. You know, already in Spain we saw something on the sand track. He showed up a really good speed and an incredible intensity. Perfect weekend in Spain, but in Riola, the track was so demanding and so much bumps that the bike has to be good. He needs to be good. You know, on the minute 25, he make a crash, and normally when you crash on the sand, your heart rate is going high. But Jeffrey was pushing from behind, and from him, of course, it was a pleasure and an honor to beat the best sand rider in the world. You know, we tried for so many years with Tony in the past. We did sometimes, but overall Jeffrey was always a little bit faster in the sand. So it's also a great achievement for the team, because I remember in the past that, you know, we are beating Jeffrey Erlings, and I have a lot of respect for him. Like on the sand rider, he's the best sand rider in the world, and not only on the sand in general. So great achievement, but we don't have to focus only on Jeffrey and Lucas. We need to focus about the whole season, and also many riders. They are good. Also Kay now, it will come good. So we need to stay really focused.
Yeah.
We need to move fast.
You did say there was that moment in that second race where Lucas did make a mistake and Jeffrey closed in on him, but he just handled the pressure well, didn't he? And he just, you know, he's got a strong mind, hasn't he now? He's very strong, very mentally strong and confident. And that's a lot for such a young rider in the MXGP class. He's taken that extra step.
That is the real surprise, you know. You don't really expect, he's really young, 19 years old, you know, you crash in the sand and behind you have the
best
five world title.
Exactly.
So it's not really easy to handle this pressure, but in the end he made it, and big respect.
Cool.
Absolutely.
Sasha Kunin, his strongest point has been his qualifying races so far. He's won the first 4, never been done before, so he's taken 40 points from there. You must be really happy about that. And also, in terms of him and his riding, there might still be 1 or 2 small mistakes, but those are now coming a little bit less. You must be happy with the way he is riding it right now.
In general, I'm really happy about Sasha, what he's doing until now, because I think he improved on consistency and even more on speed. Of course, the start of the season wasn't great because, you know, in the jump he was in the air, and then Valbord and Lada crash, and he make huge crash. In that moment, he have so much pain in the knee, so he collects 0 point, second moto. And this is the consequence about his standing position in the championships. You know, he's second, but he wouldn't be a bit better if the crash was not there. So he's doing really well at the moment. He win all the Saturday races, so he seems to be more consistent. And Saturday is also important because you remember with Jorge, in the end of the year we collect so many points on Saturday.
But also Jorge has the before the points came. When he was at MX2 in 2019, he won 12 of the last qualifying races.
Exactly. So no, I really hope he can do a bit less mistake like he did in Swiss and in Spain, and I think he will be really the title contender. It's not going to be easy to beat Simon because, you know, you have a lot of experience also and 1 title in the shoulder. but we will try hard to.
Cool.
Exactly.
Well, look, we are out of time, Davide.
No problem.
Thank you for joining us, and yeah, great to
you.
see the twins on fire at the moment, 1 and 2 in the World Championship standings. But we'll maybe catch you a little bit later on in the season.
Of course.
Enjoy your chocolates.
Thank you.
And enjoy the weekend, and
Thanks a
enjoy
lot.
the 1 month next week, from next week onwards.
Thank you.
Right, we are out of time,
Thanks,
but
Davide.
coming up on MXGP TV, we've got all this here in the background. Look, we've got the time practice session from MX2, MXGP, the races from 125 EMX, presented by FMF Racing, EMX 250, and then the qualifying races, MX2, MXGP later on. That's it for this week. Join us in a month's time when we go to the MXGP of France, La Capelle Maraval. So from me, from Lisa, thanks to our guest Davide, the 2 Kais as well.
Yeah.
We were going to call you Davide de Kylie because we had Kai and Kai, but maybe for another time. But, enjoy your weekend, and we'll see you in about a month from now. Thanks for watching. See you then. Bye for now.
Sulla finish line vediamo quindi l'aggiornamento del monitor.